Good morning, everyone. I hope we're doing well today. Oop, there we go. Should see me now. Hello, hello. I'm in Summon for the Farley stream. You have indeed, Yarrow. Hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon. I don't know. Is it lunchtime for you? It's just after 11 here where I am. A bit later start for me today. Not for lack of wanting, but just had some things come up this morning in addition to just struggling to wake up today. It's going to be one of those days. You know those kind of Mondays. It's that kind of Monday. So we are getting back into the swing of things today with Minecraft. And it is a lovely sunny day in my world. Although the sun's probably going to set sooner than I'd like. And we're going to get back to working on our wall today. Now, this is something we started last week. This is a continuation of the villager project that I have for my single player world. So it got all the way down here and we sort of stopped at this point. I marked that because we still need more blocks. And now it's just figuring out, like, what do we want to do for this bit? Do we want to make a little sort of a proper gate? Do we want to make it with more granite rather than the deep slate? Maybe have it sort of merge into one? Okay, so that's something we need to decide today. And then we're going to start tackling the wall itself, making sure it's the same on both sides, and then adding bits and bobs to it, maybe. Alternatively, we will then continue just building the wall itself, and we'll worry about detailing another time, because we still need to do the wall over here, and then it goes all the way around to over here. So that is today's project, more or less. We're going to be making more headway on that. See how far we can get today. But I'm rather happy with this bit. I'm sure that we'll be able to add more decoration to it. I'm thinking dark oak rather than pale oak. Originally, I was going to just go with pale oak sort of accents, but I don't think that's going to work out as well as I'm thinking one thing in my head, but I don't think that's going to be how it works. But we'll see. I'll probably try a couple of different oak. Also, of course, spruce, the Old Faithful. But for now, we're getting on. We're getting on. But I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Mine was rather quiet, which is not a bad thing, but it did mean didn't do as much as I probably should have. And then my internet went out last night and interrupted me doing a whole bunch of work I said I was going to do, so oops. But them's the breaks, you know? Alright, we want some polished deep slate. Oh, there we go, more polished deep slate. And then bricks. Just to make sure we've got plenty in our bags. We're going to need to sleep in a moment. It's probably worth doing half and half of this. Yeah, so we're working on this project today. And also still thinking ahead, like, what other things do we want to be adding to the village? Lighting is a big thing. We're probably going to end up doing a lot more concealed pumpkins, like, littering around the area. We shall see. But I do want to think, like, what kind of lampposts would they have in a village like this? And then we want to eventually start thinking about, well, what kind of building updates do we want to do? Do we want to make it more Pokemon themed? Do we want to try just different build styles? Like, there's lots of things to think about as I continue my village. Because I want to finish making this look really nice and lived in before we move on to any other big projects. Because I just feel like that's the right thing to do, you know? But yep, so that'll be it. Hello! It's very nice of you to stop by and say that, Shabby. I'm not currently looking for anyone to play with in Minecraft, but it's very kind of you to reach out. I hope that you're able to find someone that you want to play with. It's always fun to play on the multiplayer servers. And Minecraft is a very fun game when you're playing with others. But for this stream, we're playing on my single-player world, and definitely going to be making more headway with our planned projects. I'm still really pleased with how this granite road came out. I think it looks really nice. And both the sort of a mix of the chipped block and the sort of the regular Minecraft blocks. Mwah! Looks wonderful. And there's a Pikachu. Oh, gotta say hello to the mascot. What do they look like? Ooh! Those are not terrible stats. Can I grab you? Just for the collection. Alright, let's see. So, part of the lore of this world, which I've mentioned before, but I'll mention it again now, is there's this big old wasteland right here next to where my village is. And this, per the legends of the villagers who have built up their village over time, this was a place where a terrible battle took place between legendary Pokemon. Which specific ones, they don't know. They just know that in very ancient times, the land has never really recovered. And you even have like where the calcite deposits are around the village, around the water areas. Like these are also remnants of the battle, and they consider the calcite deposits to be a bit more holy. They're very sacred. So while I can build on top of them, generally, part of the lore is I keep them in because they're seen as sacred by the villagers. But obviously, this is a little bit dangerous. All sorts of nasties can come wandering out of the desert. And yeah, so it's about time that I put a little bit of work in to protect them. That's why we've got the wall that's started over there, and it's going to continue around on this side. Of course, the question is, like, how do I do, like, certain sections of it? How do, like, a curved wall isn't really a thing. But we could make it a thing. As you can see, I've done some path blocks to kind of figure out, in the very least, like, what kind of direction, how far out, how far in do I want to go with it. Now, let's see. We got many, many villagers who need to have an eye kept on them because they have no common sense. But yeah, so we've also got... Like, I'm currently leaning to keeping this, but it's also one of those things where it's like, So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then granite again. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Oop. I need to stop digging up the dirt. There we go. Oh, and now it's raining. Because of course it is. One nice thing is, if you like shiny Pokemon and we catch one on the stream, please do yell in the chat, or at least drop a name suggestion for the shiny Pokemon in the chat, and it's very likely that I will pick it. We haven't seen one yet, but we are overdue in a shiny sighting. We're usually quite fortunate to have a few show up around here, so... Alright, let's see. So if we do a quick check over here... Because I don't think we're going to go for something quite like this on the other side. Right, it could look nice, but I'm not feeling it, you know? But I do think part of it is probably going to be useful to have directions-wise, just to get an idea of, like, the inside build, like this bit here. So what I might do is have, like, half of this, and then, like, maybe make it look like it's broken over time. That could work, you know? So, let's snack up. a small precious bean. Also a Kangaskhan. Let's go check them out. I like Kangaskhan. I had the worst time catching them in Pokemon. But I think the Cobblemon model is quite cute. Yeah, let's see. So let's just dig out the screenshots I just took. Because it helps to have reference. There we go. So what we'll want to do is, because we've got 1, 2, 3. Technically, like, the pumpkin would be part of the outside of the 3 paths. We'll figure out what we'll do with that in a minute. It might be that we swap it out for something else. Alright. First, we want to do this. One, 2, 3, 4, and then so that crying obsidian is definitely going to go, but not just yet. So okay, so we got that. There we go. And then in here. Then it's another set of stairs. There we go. And since we're here, let's do this as well. Oop. 1 too high. There we go. So how does that look? That's looking... okay, it's slowly building out there. Okay. So what I think we'll do is look at another reference picture. So where are we at? We're at the middle, okay. I think that's what I want. Not entirely sure, if I'm honest. Nope. Oh, sorry about that. Mad scramble for the tissues there. I don't know what it is about streaming this like the last week or so. Every time I get started, I suddenly start sneezing. So I don't know if is someone talking about me. I wouldn't be surprised if I was honest, but hopefully they're just saying nice things. Oh. Not quite what I was going for there, but okay. And then here. It's the basic gist. Oh, not into the pond. There we go. Oh, it's one too far out. Darn it. Okay. The other end? Wait. Could the whole path go through? Okay, yeah. This side that was the whole path, so no wonder it looks slightly off. Okay, we can deal with that. That's not unworkable, you know? There we go. What we might do, though, is maybe see if we stick the jack-o'-lantern into here. Will it still be giving light away? Okay, it's still doing a bit of light. A bit more than just a bit, actually. Hey, we'll take it. Now, do we have any more jack-o'-lanterns is the question. Been a little while since I made some, so let's slice these pumpkins open. Then it comes a case of, can't I see what's directly in front of me? The traditional game of streamers. Right, nothing in there. I'm not seeing shears in here. Oh, we got 2 of these, so we could probably just make some. Which is fine. Although one thing we're going to do as well is have a quick nap. Because the last thing I want is a creeper coming over and exploding all the calcite. That would be kind of rude. There we go. So now we use our new shears. And then in here and here. Is that? Hey, there we go. So what we'll want is... How many spaces did I do between these before? Let's double check that. It's about 8 spaces between. Let's do one there. Hopefully that's not too concealed. Only one way to find out, though. Because this one, that's fine, but because obviously it's directly under the wall, that might not be a very good place for it. So it might be that we go like that, and then we just need to get rid of the puzzle. Oh no, the horror. And there we go, get rid of all that, and then we'll grow in some proper grass. To make it look a little bit better. Mate. I'm working here. Sometimes I wonder about those guys. I really don't think villagers are all there, you know? It's a wonder any of them survive as long as they do. And then we'll put this back in there for now. Do I have... Aha! Mossy carpet. There we go. And then once this all grows in, that'll be more or less not quite invisible, but it won't be visible. Or it won't stand out as much, shall we say. Which is what we want. And then let's come down here to the other gate. Just to make sure we got some sort of lighting over here. Because, yes, we've got the lantern, but not everything will have a lantern, so let's tuck that away over there. And at some point we will need to fix that as well. Do a little bit of terraforming, but doesn't need to happen right this minute. Okay. Now the question becomes, what do we do over here? We'll put some temporary ladders to climb up. Yep, just didn't need that there. That's in the wrong place. Then followed by these, I believe. There we go. So it's just this bit at the end. Let's double check. How does it go over here? Whee! It might be fun to do something maybe like this, but it's not as thick, so not particularly worried about that, to be honest. But top little bit is those two bits, and then there. Okay. Okay, what we could do then is, if we come back What we could do is actually do the thing I was just saying. Maybe we don't have to do it. Oop. But we will do... there we go. And we will make... another lantern to go over here. There we are. That'll do. I will put an actual, like, bit of fencing in here, and then, like, 2 gate posts to essentially stop the villagers coming out here. Because they have no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. That should also then theoretically stop zombies. Or at least coming through the main gate. They'll still be able to go through the water, I guess. But we'll see, we'll see. Oh, we got a chestman sighting! Hello, chestman! Ooh, you're a little on the larger side. Let's grab you. Oh, almost. Now we actually have to fight you. That's no fun. Alright, let's do a couple of park balls. We'll also have some repeat balls on standby. Okay, why do you keep falling down there? Oh my gosh. There we go. Right, let's try the level. At level 90, I think the 60 level difference is gonna be in our favor. Theoretically. Hey, there we go. Thank you, Mau Mau. But yeah, so we've got good progress made. Okay. Alright, so... debating maybe putting something to come along here, maybe. It's hard to say right now. But some of this is also like, because it's missing the extra decoration, so I don't think about it right now, Farley. You don't need to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't do it. But one thing we do need is to grab some of these. We want to grab the tools that we set up over here, because we're going to move over to the other side. Alright, so all sorted for materials. I'm going to come over here, because it's over here. They're going to start making some progress with expanding where the wall is going to go. First, let's just get rid of these. Okay. And straight down. And a quick nap. Again, we might need to do a little bit of terraforming just for the uniformity, especially like because we're going to be coming up what is essentially a little bit of plane here. This bit gets to go. We don't need this here. But this is arguably one of the highest points. Would have the wall running along here. Oh, that's fine. We don't need... We can probably, like, link these bits up. But I don't think we need to drop it down. Of course, the question just becomes, like, where do you chop down trees, where do you not? I think this definitely we need to get rid of. There we go. And as we're coming along here, you can see slowly the trees are withered and dying. You've got one over there. That's essentially a dead tree. So in some ways, having the wall run along here is both for security, for their defense, but also a little bit of kind of a... It's like a vain attempt to stop the wasteland spreading. That's not how it works, but, you know, villagers aren't smart. And sometimes you need to do something, even if it's just purely performative, to show you're taking action. So let's get rid of that. Ooh. What does that count as? Is it... Oh, okay. Bit of an odd block, but okay. And then if we do... a little bit trim around the side here. Makes life just a little bit easier for the future. There we go. And then we can figure out a little bit more as time goes on. You can maybe push the wall out a little bit so it's still running closer to this. Maybe? Undecided. We'll see. We'll see how it looks as it goes. But what might be easiest to do, or at least to start with, is to go with the most straight section first. Like, this is the most straight angle right up to the water. And then boop, boop, boop. Can always grow more trees with the better wood if we need to. I kind of like having this little kind of outcrop here, so I don't want to trim too much into that. But the wall is 3 blocks thick, so what we want to do is enough just to have a walking path on the inside. We come up to here. Then it's... Oh, hello. Time to fill in some holes. So start coming up here. So then it's here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once we hit here, this is where we start building in to do the wall. Okay. And then we start thinking about, alright, how do we taper it around into a corner? Would it maybe make sense to have like a little watchtower on the like here? So sort of keep an eye on anything approaching? Let's have a look. Come on, 1 week. So, like, how tall a tower would we want? Like, maybe sort of here-ish? A little bit to here? Like, a watchtower could be a really fun idea, actually. Because this gives us at least enough of a view for all of here. And you can have a landing platform for Pokemon as well. So that might be something to mark out. So once we hit this corner, it's kind of a 1, 2. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, and then we've got 2 there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not too many? That's too many. 2, 6. Although maybe it needs to be a little bit longer, given the this starts branching out that direction. Although we don't want it to be too big, is the thing. Right, so it goes further along to here. Yeah, 5 will do. And then point being, though, is because the wall runs into here. That's fine, we want that. So I guess the wall will then continue from here, kind of deal. So just fill this in. Then it would very much be a kind of angled affair, I suppose. So go up to here and then so thinking more in terms of that kind of shape, maybe? Well, we'll get started, and we'll see how that starts looking as we go. Because worst case scenario is we have to stop. It doesn't work. We have to redo. And, you know, that could be the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Ugh. I got these, like, Aero Melts, like the chocolate that you can get over here. And they're meant to be, like, double chocolate brownie flavored. And they just taste awful. They don't taste like anything. They certainly don't taste chocolatey. I feel ripped off. And as a girl who loves her chocolate, that's quite a serious offence, you know? Alright, just need one. There we are. Alright, so starting from here. And then it's... followed by boop, boop. Actually, while we're here, let's do middle, doop, doop. And then, while I remember, put the chest here. We'll put the crafting table here. And the stone cutter here. There we go. There we do. There's that. That should be most of it. At least the first batch. Oop. There we go. So we've got a whole bunch of that in there. And then we'll make this one into... all polished. There we go. So we got a bit extra there. That should hopefully last us for a while. Apparently it's pie dove season. Oh! Oh! Shiny! Shiny! Shiny Pokemon! Shiny Pokemon! And one I haven't seen before, too. Come back here. A shiny version of that is. I've definitely seen a Klefki before. Look at you! Talk about pretty. It's a good thing we didn't send you out, but... let's definitely catch this. Oh my gosh. Well, if anyone is hanging out in the chat, please speak up and give me some name suggestions. What would you name a shiny Klefki? Alright, let's see. We have caught them before. I think the level ball might stand us in good stead. It fell asleep. Hey! We now have a shiny Klefki! Let's go! It's always good to double check your map just in case. I don't have one of the mods that notifies you when something spawned nearby. The sound effect you heard is entirely like default to the mod pack, and it's lovely. And having the shiny icon as well really helps. But alright, so this is where it goes up. Are you kidding me? Came all the way over here for that. Nope. One, two, three. And then there, and then it's boop, boop. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to turn this back on. Whoopsie doodle. Kind of important when you're doing this sort of thing. Do I think I need that? Wrong one. There we go. Put this there, and then we want to grab these as well. Block, 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 block. There we go. It's just now we're laying out. Alright, what is the path for this? Where does it go? Then, because on the inside also be where the access to the tower is. We don't want to fill it in too much. But... okay, and then... and then we have quick nap. You know, I really do wonder if I'm just allergic to mornings, and that's why I'm like a sneeze fest every single day. To the point where it wouldn't surprise me, you know? There, do. What we'll do is go from here. And then we can... Then it's... Okay, yep, no, that's fine. That's what I want. Then we're in here. feel like we do want to push in here. Okay, that's what we wanted. Okay. Again, making progress, that's what we want to see. Now, do I want to... How are we looking? Alright, so we got the tower go there. I think... Yes, come down there. It's a case of just how many zigzags are we wanting to do or avoid doing, you know? That's the hard part to gauge. So... Okay, that's where... There's my take it back one. We'll do this. There we go. So we're going to come through here. And here, I think. Yeah. Build normal, build normal. Building it all up, build normal. And we will replant the flowers, because I do like having them sprinkled around. But not this second. so we're gonna come a little bit out here. We can do this. Oop. Oh, I tell you, keep your health as long as you can, as best you can, because this series of morning colds is just flattening me out. Goodness me. Yeah, I think I need to bring this back a bit. Oh. One of these days, I will learn Lightmatica and learning how to build in a creative world first to get my ideas out. It'll happen, but it's not going to happen today. Alright, so... then we'll come along here. We could do it in just a straight line. Let's go get some more blocks carved up. Then, there we go. Because these are the ones we use the most right now. Might as well make the extra block. Stack of blocks, that is. Then... I want to hit you by mistake. And this gets to go. Let's get this all the way down here, and then we can worry about what do we do. Oop. There we go. Off we go. Get more of this down. We're going to need a lot of blocks for this. Of this, I have no doubt. Especially since we're adding a tower in as well. But... here is where... How do we bring this down? So it might be we just come straight down here. Make the turn here. Her. And then we're just gonna do something quick. Oh, and there it goes. If in doubt, there's always going to be... Oh, I spy a ditto! I'm pretty sure we have a fairly good one in, like, saved and set aside, but it doesn't hurt to take another look. Not the greatest, so... So, we were thinking, how do we now, like, bring this around? Like, do we want to do another tower, maybe? Sort of curve it, so, like... Because if I bring out a week... Like, from here, if we come up... Do we want to have, like, another watchtower kind of here? To have a better idea of, like, hey, what's coming from this side of the mountain? That feels like a good plan, you know? Yes, yes, I think we shall. Then we just come over here. Just take some screenshots because it's always helpful. Whereabouts do we want to drop it is the thing. Because I'd say maybe here? Alright, put you away. Let's grab the screenshots. Alright, this bit's wrong because it's meant to be the edge. But for purposes of our looking at, so let me... Then... Not sure why that's sitting there, but okay. Grabbing all the flowers so we don't lose them. Excuse me. Oh dear. I'm going to start just doing afternoon streams so I don't have the morning sneezes. I swear to goodness. Nope. 1, 2, 3. There we go, and then more for you. Alright, so it's this. So again, it's out here. And a quick nap. Let's take this down here. Do, 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 do. All right. Ooh. Would love to not have all the sneezes. It's... Nope. Wrong. There we go. I think... Where do we want to go? I think... Doop, doop. It's gonna be... Doop, doop, doop. That's gonna be do 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 do. And then here. And again, it's... And we come to the end here. It becomes a case of, do I want to go into the water or not? Because there's... Otherwise they're going to come around it. Her. We'll leave it for now. Because we can always make that decision later. Because there we go. There we are. Well, now we have the whole thing mapped out. And we've even got it blacked out for us when we look over the top on the map. Excellent. Okay. Okay, I am going to take a short break because I need to refill my drink. So go stretch, go hydrate. I will be back shortly. Alrighty. Back we are. I think, whether they like it or not, we're going to put in the wall all the way up to the calcite. We're not digging into the calcite. We're putting it on top. Now, there's a point to be made in that villagers are stupid and they will go in the water. They sure will. But, for the moment, that's not our concern. Our concern is building the wall and getting it done. Now, I believe it was something like 6 blocks tall for the actual wall itself. For anyone going, well, don't you know? I've slept since then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then row 7 is the slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we got those in position. Gonna get rid of this. There we go. And now, if need be, in future, we can actually, like, come through and bring this down, or make some stairs to come up alongside on the inside. Since we're going to have the tower number 2 over here. So it makes sense to actually keep this little bit of pathway. We'll actually be able to, you know, dig out from here and come along. It's actually almost perfectly in line. Well, hey! Love it when a plan comes together. I'm still undecided what I want to put here. Like, for the moment, I'm leaving these here. I might put the lamppost on top, so it's like in the middle. I did at one point think of a fountain, but I think I'd need to expand this out a little bit before I did that. But you can see we moved one of these down and one of them not. So they still try and jump up to this one. We don't question why there are green sparkles around them while they're beside the tree. It's none of our business. Alright, let's nibble a bit off the top here. What we may do is, like, take this down completely. On this side, at least. Now we have the fun of chopping up even more bricks to get with the process started of making the wall. For anyone wondering, over there is Phynon, the shiny Gyarados. His boyfriend Mighty is usually around here too, but I don't see him. So let's resummon him. There he is. Can't have the boyfriends too far apart from one another. They get upset. Now the other thing to think about is, do I want, like... I was thinking, do I want to have like a gate on this side, so if I want to come through? And then I remembered I've got this lovely bridge. And also I have flying Pokemon. So, you know, when you have flying Pokemon, it's not really a big concern. Oop. Once again, another nap. Feels like the time changes really fast in this world. I'm sure it's all in my head, but you never know. And I would put those in there. And then perfect. Okay. Sorry, I had to fiddle there for a minute because OBS sometimes just likes to go, no, I can't do it. Even if, when it's in the middle of doing things. Nope, can't do it, not today. Stars are not in alignment, etc., etc. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, why are you over here? Nope. Excellent, so that's all in one line. Now back to this. It's a good thing I have a lot of this color stone. Because I'm going to go through it pretty darn rapidly. Oh my goodness. Do 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 do. There we go. The question is it too low on this side? In which case, this probably needs to come down one, so that it's not quite so high up. Hello, Wooloo. There we go. Oh, nobody needs to hear me clear my nose, so pardon if that was a sudden silence on my part. Let's grab you, just because. Probably not a good idea to fight you with my bird, but... Oh! Never mind then! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. And then we'll go cut some more stone. Yeah, so the main aim today is getting the shape in, getting the blocks in. And then tomorrow we can start, like, the decoration phase, or at least the first part of the decoration phase, putting in, like, the actual towers, the tower over there. And we want probably a lot of oak wood and spruce wood. Because I think stripped of one, versus the other, that is going to do us a good job. Come here, Riolu. No, we've got better. Mind you, I say that, and yet do I? Alright, let's do... Then deep slate, bricks, bricks, more bricks. Okay, let's pop that over there. Hopefully that's enough just to get this final bit done. Yeah, like this little bit we can bring down a bit. After we put it in. There we go. Oh, excuse me for sneezing into the mic there. I had to grab it randomly. Oh. Alright, so we got this bit done so far. Big old chunky chain. So that's what we'll focus on right now, and then once that bit's in, we'll do things like adding the top bits here, the toppers. We'll put the slabs in, and we'll also do things like the steps up for the sort of the smoother polished slate for each section here, just to make it a little elegant, a little easier to go up and down if you were up on the wall. But we don't have to worry about that right now, because that's not of our interest. Right now, it is just the filling in of space that we care about. There we go. So that's the first chunk of the wall done. So we're going to leave this alone and we'll come back to it. Probably worth putting a torch in just in case. And this whole section right here is all on the same level, so we need to keep it at 6. I will put the wall in as straight as this, but that could look potentially a bit boring down the line. So we'll think about like where could be good breakpoints when we do the redecoration. Because I think you don't want it looking completely uniform, you know? Especially if I want to make it reflect age. But some of that is stuff for additional days when this is done, or at least this phase of things is done. Hit the mute button by mistake there. Which, given I've been sneezing, probably was accidentally intentional, but... So this tree is going to have to go, I think. There we go. That'll do for now. Okay, I'm just going to look something up because I've suddenly had a thought. I don't know. Sometimes it's like you want to just look at a reference of something, and I want to see if there is, like, what kind of wool would I want to sort of like get a reference of? Because obviously, deep slate wool, not really a real life thing. We're not doing the slate walls sort of in a rustic farmer style. But let's just do. Alright. Nope, can't find what I'm looking for. Which is annoying because I'm pretty sure. But it be what it be, so we'll just get on with what we're doing. After a nap, because I am paranoid. At least Deep Slate can kind of take a bit of an explosion better than stone can, at least, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to be going out of my way to cut yet more stone to replace what gets blown up. You feel? Two, three, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Oh! Oh, that's one advantage at least. That there, put that there, put that there. The question becomes, like, how much higher than the wall will the tower need to come up? And I'd say quite a bit. So that could be one where it's worth... Like, see right there? Your guy. Do I have lots of these? Use those and a bow. Haha! So we got this started at least. And we've seen the threats we face. So further up we go with this. Yeah, we'll need to refill in a moment. So... ooh. Excellent, okay. So we've got this much all done so far. So we're making some pretty good progress. So we've got that all done. So we're here. We just have all of this bit to do now. Then brick. Alright, that'll do for now. Do. I think we're going to just switch over the music, because this is a little too... excuse me, a little too relaxed. We could use something with a little more pep in its step, I think. So let's do that now. Where's my stream music playlist? There we go. There we go. Oh, a Heracross. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Huh, well, one short. Actually, one taller on this side. But given it comes up to here, we're going to stay with 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is 6 blocks. We're going to keep the 6 block height. Give or take. Oop, wrong one. There we go. There we go. Doesn't look like anything's missed here, so that's fine. How are we doing on blocks? Kind of important to get some more, I think. So let's first do this, then... block. Alright, back to the grind. So slowly getting the shape of the wall in. Or rather, we've got the path of the wall, now we're just building it up. So... That's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6... Is that too high? Okay, that's too high. Hmm. There we go. And let's heat up. Now let's see. Maybe I should talk to my doctor. Like, can't be normal to sneeze quite this much when I don't feel like I have a cold or anything. It's the wrong season for allergies, surely. Oh well. It's not going to stop us getting this wall done today. Oh, we're out. Out of the one I didn't think we'd get run out of first, but okay. Alright. do these other ones first, and then we'll restock on all of them. There we go. Right. Alright, we still got some bricks to go. That should be alright. If nothing else, it means I'm definitely going to be getting through quite a bit of my deep slate supply. Which is not a bad thing, because I did have very full chests at one point. There we go. Alright, that's all of the bricks I had. Let's go get some more. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Whew. Progress is made! We've got the wall! Now the question is... what next? Some of it is a case of we want some steps. We need a little bit more polished slabs. There we go. Okay. Alright, hopefully that's enough stairs. That should be enough slabs, but I could be wrong. For now, we want to eat. Definitely eat. And then... I have underestimated how many deep slate blocks I'm gonna need. Oh dear. Then we want two. There. Excellent. Boo! Go away. There we go. So we got that first part done. In terms of the upper side, at least. We'll need to make this match... Oh. We'll want to make this match some of the other walls over there to have a lantern and so on, but that can wait. Huh. Oh! It's one of you! The dangerous ones! Ugh. Who I never have anything for. So what do we got? We got fireworks! A blue bomb! I don't think so. The gunpowder trade would probably be good if I needed it, but I don't need gunpowder right now. Alright, let's see how much more we can get done. Doop. I do find it rather suspicious that there's a vault place there while we've got an explosives trader wandering around. Do you think he's trying to imply something? Because I do. There we are. And we should get a quick nap in. Before something spawns up here, it makes me regret building the wall in the first place. Oh, that's the thing I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to light it all as well. No. But hey, it's beginning to look a little nice. Yeah, I'm liking how that progress has been going very well. Excuse me. Honestly, this is why I hate winter. All the sneezes. Ugh. That's all you can hear me complaining about in this VOD. For which I do apologise. Oh, we were doing so well, too. Oh well. Alright, let's see. Come on. Getting close. And let's just swap that in there. Just in case. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do need one more row of bricks up there. Actually, we could do... Doop. And we'll want to do stairs down, I think. Oop. Not what I wanted. Let's do that again. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so then we want stairs. There we go, and then we want... I suppose that'll do. I'll do. Right, I think that is about all done. Let's do a quick flyby. So aside from the towers, which one over here is a lot more decimated, maybe we'll make that intentional, but we've got all the little bits and bobs along the top. So the majority of the wall's baseline form is now done. Huzzah! We've got that completed. So I think we're going to call that a victory, and we're going to leave it there for today. So we got one shiny Pokemon and one completed wall. And then tomorrow we're going to start getting some dark oak and some spruce. And we're going to start then doing a bit of decoration. Maybe working on the towers first. Well, no, we're going to work on the gate here and over there first. Then we're going to work on the towers. And then we're going to start, like, updating the wall to make them look a little less flat. Maybe look into some cracked blackstone if those are available. Maybe some alternate bricks. We'll see. Oop. Nope, that's not the button. This is the button. There we go. Thank you for coming along with me today. Apologies again for the constant sniffles. Winter is gonna winter. I'm gonna try and be around later in the afternoons this week for the rest of the week, and see maybe it's just a morning thing. I don't know, but see if I can get more settled, a little bit less of a cold going, and yeah. But I'm really excited to keep making progress with the town. We've got the roads, we're getting the wall in. Once the wall is done, we'll then start on adding to the houses. We'll start thinking about, like, maybe revamp the Pokemon Center first. It's the one that's easiest, in a way, because we know what so many look like already. And then we'll think about what kind of houses we want for what kind of villagers. So yeah, that'll be the plan of action, at least for now. Subject to change, of course. Thank you for coming along with me. Have yourself a lovely Monday afternoon, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye bye.